Hello everyone, you are most welcome to my channel. Today we shall be learning how to shorten URLs using Python. So let's get started. Before I get started, my name is Ronnie at Haire, aka Afroboytex, and I'm glad you chose this particular channel for this type of content. So in Python, actually we can implement Python URL shortener shortener in just a few lines of code. So I'm going to introduce you to something called, it's a library called Pyshorteners. So Pyshorteners, to install it, simple. You just come to your command line and just say pip install Pyshorteners. Pyshorteners. Yes, Pyshorteners. So let me just copy this here. I take it to my command line and just say pip install Pyshorteners. So you click this, then it will install Pyshorteners. So I already have the Pyshorteners installed, so it is said it's already installed. After that, we go straight to coding. So we can say from Pyshorteners, or we can say import. We're going to import a function. We're going to import shortener. So we can call this or actually we can just say import. You can say import Pyshorteners and you start from there. Pyshorteners, yes, if that's the correct spelling. So for example, let's say I have a URL. Maybe I have a URL to my, I had copied a URL to my Google Drive. As you realize, Google Drive usually has a very large and long URL. So I'm going to call this, if it is too long, I can actually break it forth here. I can break it in here. Yes. So then I'm going to call another variable which will help us shorten. So it's called, I'm going to call it, let me call it shortener, or let me just call it short. Then from there we shall maybe let's import it as S. Let's import it as S. You can call this one anything that you want. So this is my long URL, for example. So this is my short. So I can now just say S. Then we have a function which is called shortener. Yes, it's called shortener. And from there, now we can shorten our URL with just, maybe we can say URL. We can just call this maybe URL short. Then we call our short. Yes, we call our short. Then we can now actually it has Pyshorteners has implemented various APIs for shortening frameworks. Those could be Bitly, Catly, Tiny URL. So all those ones are great shortener tools that are available, and Pyshortener has helped us implement the APIs. Simply have to call that URL. So for example here, I will say let me use tiny URL. I'm going to use tiny URL. Then then I can call my link, which is URL. Hope this makes sense. So I'm calling this URL short, trying to make this one very short. Then under there we call short, then we pass in the API which is going to be used, that's the URL, then we shorten our URL. So that is very simple. Then we can now print our URL short. Save this. Maybe I can say before, I can also maybe print, I can print my long URL first. Then I can now maybe print a shortened version. Yes, that's it basically. So save this, go to your command line, you call your program, that is Pyshortener.py, you run it. We have oh yes, we have a small error here. This is short, so it means it expect this here. Save again. This should be able to go. You run your program. Print is not defined. Yes, this is print, supposed to be a T there. Save again. You run your program. So as you can see, our HTTPS long URL is here. Our Google Drive URL, this is a file to my particular file, my document. Then this is a shortened version, as you can see. So that's it. So that means if I copy this, you try to prove this if it is right. If you copy this, it will actually take you to this. Thank you so much. Stay tuned and welcome to my channel if you're new, and subscribe for more content like this.